on to say live. There we are. Yay. Apparently we're live on the internet. So hello, internet. I'm Laura. This is DeDe.
Hello.
We are literally across the world from each other right now, which is like very sad because we like it when we're close by and together. But we were on a call earlier today and we were chit-chatting about our love for our travel members platform. And I said to DeDe, we should go live. She was like, let's do it. I'm in. So we're here. We are. So thank you, DeDe, for saying yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. So my goodness, what order should we do this in? I feel like I should show it first, don't you?
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay. So I will give my little journey with this so that like anybody watching a replay or what have you has a bit of context. But for those of you, if anybody's watching who doesn't know me, or maybe you do know me, but you don't know all the things about me, which I can't actually believe because I feel like all I do is talk about my story all the time. But I know this. I always am reminded of this. I have been in travel for a really long time, and one of the things that, having been in the travel industry on and off for about 25 years in various capacities, what happens time and again, it happens all the time, is people come to me, even friends and family, and ask me like, hey, we've got this plan, we're going here, can you get us a better deal? And for a really long time, I was like, I would pour a lot of time and energy into that. And then I decided probably about 5 years ago, I was going to try and find a platform or something that I could basically refer people to when they ask me that question. And so I went off on a mission, truly a mission. Like I joined up to everything I could find. There were 5, I believe this is number 6 that I'm going to show you today. And when I say I trialed them, like I committed hard, some of them for a long time. And I was paying a paid member of varying different platforms, and every single one I found a dead end, usually to do with I'm in the UK, DeDe is in the US. And often it was like, well, this one works well if you're in the US, but doesn't work great if you're in the UK, and vice versa. And then I also, one of the things here in the UK is school break and school holidays. We get fined. It is an actual, I believe it is a criminal offense now to take your children out of school in term time. And so not only that, but also teachers and all different kinds of people who are considering school time. And what was happening was there would be blackout dates in lots of those places where they couldn't travel in their school out time. So that was a bit of a no for us. So April last year, when my friend Laura came to me and said, I've got a travel thing for you to look at, I was like, no, I can't do it again. I'd literally just cancelled the other one. I was still an active member. I was just wrapping up there. And I was like, I honestly don't think what I'm looking for exists. And I don't know if I have the energy or the inclination to get my hopes up again. And so, yeah, we had a bit of conversation. Long story short, I said, okay, let's see it. Because my FOMO was like kicking in. And oh my goodness, honestly, I think about that conversation so much because it would have been so easy for me to just go, no. Mm-hmm. And I'm so glad that I didn't, because I said yes. Here we are. We are now 16 months down the line. This platform has gone from strength to strength. Every single time I look at it, I find something new to fall in love with. And I'm so excited that now I've got so many amazing friends and clients and all magical beings all around the world who love it too and are using it. And that's really why I asked DeDe to come today and share a little bit. Actually, let's start with that, shall we? So I know, DeDe, last year when I first joined and I was telling everybody about it and I was really excited, you were like, maybe send it to Trent, your husband. And I was like, okay. And then it kind of passed you by. Mm-hmm. And then we circled back. So yeah, paint a bit of a picture for us.
It's funny because I guess I got a little FOMO because you were talking about it in some other groups that we're in. And I was like, oh, this sounds really cool. I wonder if Trent has taken a look because, I told you to talk to Trent about it. And Trent is a skeptic at heart, and I'm not talking behind his back. Like he knows that, right? Like he's definitely a skeptic. So he didn't really look at it right away. And I had joined a previous one with you as well that didn't work out the way we wanted it to. And so then I just asked you about it again. And then you're like, well, let's just jump on a call. Let me show it to you. Instead of even going through Trent. So you showed it to me. I'm like, oh my God, this is no brainer. This is this is so good. Like, I didn't want to be the person on it because I'm not a person that spends the time to book travel, really, right? Like that was always Trent's thing. And whenever I saw this, I'm like, this makes it so easy because everything is all in one place. So then I'm like, Trent, you need to talk to Laura, right? So then Trent talked to you and we both signed up that very day, both at the same time, which is kind of crazy. We didn't even, it was just like, it makes no sense for us not both to be in it,
Yeah.
right? And all the benefits that we get out of it as both being members
Yeah.
is amazing. And yeah, once we both looked at it, we were like, oh yeah, all in. Simple as that.
All in. I know, I love that so much because, like, Chris is like, he is a member. My husband, Chris, for those of you who don't know who Chris is a member, but he doesn't have any idea really, like, he knows that I'm a member here. He doesn't really know if this is like my travel agent business or what he doesn't really know. He's just like, I'm sure it's great because you love it. And I'm like, yes, I love it so much. And so he's a member, but he's a member because I want us to have double benefits, not because he's like, oh my gosh, this is so cool, I need to use it. I mean, he probably would if he's a bit like you. He never would do our bookings or care to spend any time. He's just happy to be like, what do I need to pack? Like, and when are we leaving? That's all he needs to know. So,
well, it's so funny because I thought I would have been like Chris in this, but once I saw the platform,
yes.
I was just like, oh my gosh, this is absolutely amazing. It's not just about booking travel, and
No.
so I think that's why I was just like, wow. So then whenever I signed up, it was just like, yeah, I just want to refer 3 people and then my membership is paid for. And then it was like, once I referred one person, it was like the light bulbs just were ding, 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 ding. Like this could be so amazing. And
Yes.
not could be, this is so amazing. And yeah, like this is the first time I've been excited about something in a really, really, really long time. And
Oh,
that says a lot. Like, I mean, it's a long time. It's been a long
yes.
time since I've been excited about something like, I am a life coach. I'm very excited about that. But this has just this, because there's so much fun and excitement in travel and what all it does for you, like, has just brought this to a whole new level for me.
Wow. I love this so much. And here's the thing is like, usually when we host calls and stuff, it's like, oh, we have to get all like the problem is there's so much in there that I find it, and because when we're excited as well, it's like really a challenge not to just like spray all over people. Like, this is why it's so cool. Just come and join our thing. It's like so good. And it's really funny because it my preference is to get people on a call and show them, because
Mhm,
what I am finding time and again is everybody travels differently. And so,
mhm,
like, how you might use it, you might find something in there that I have never looked at before because it doesn't feel important to me. And that's exactly what I've found. And so, what I keep finding now, even 16 months down the line, as somebody who honestly I thought I knew everything about the platform, is I keep on finding new things. Like every week, I'm like, oh, I hadn't even thought of that, or how to use it for this. And it just keeps getting better and better. And then when you try to share it with somebody and tell them, especially because, like, you and I had traveled together earlier in the year. We'd met in Orlando when I took Ellen, or Ellen took me actually,
uh-huh,
to go and ride that roller coaster. And that was before we had looked at it together.
mhm,
And we have so many other ways that we cross over and we work together and we do things. And so, like, to hit when you say, like, this gave me the excitement that nothing has for a really long time. Firstly, I get it because obviously I'm in there and like it's all
mhm,
I can think about too. And as you know, I was up still at like 2 a.m. last night because I'm like obsessing over like what else is possible. And but to hear you say that about this is like, wow, because honestly, I thought it would be like deferred to Trent, like,
mhm. Yeah,
but which makes sense because of what we were just talking about.
yep,
So
yeah.
why is it exciting to you?
Because of the possibilities that it opens up, I think,
Mhm.
and I always go back to what was, I don't know if it was 6 or 8 months ago, we were talking about the next time we got to see each other, and you were like, "I feel like we're gonna see each other more," right? And
I
I
can't
literally,
believe that.
I have
Yeah.
goosebumps right now thinking about that because you were just like, "I feel like we're gonna see each other so much more," and literally, had it not been for me signing up for this, that I don't believe that would have happened, right?
Yeah.
Because this has opened up so many new possibilities. And just even I was talking to Trent last night, I'm like, even if we don't use this platform for certain things, it has expanded our view of things
Wow.
so much. And I don't really know how to explain that except for I think travel is one of the number one catalysts to transformation. And I feel like we've expanded our world so much just by, especially when you're from the US. And I know
Mhm.
it's not the same for you guys, in which I'm going to experience whenever I come see you next in 3 weeks.
Ah!
But when you live in the US, well, for us anyway, we didn't think about a lot about traveling outside of the US besides Mexico, Jamaica,
Mhm.
like
Mhm.
the typical US places. And now when you go in and you look at all the life experiences is in here and all the different countries, it's like, wait, I could go there for $300 for 5 nights. Like, of course, it doesn't count your plane ticket, but it's like those were never possibilities before because
Mhm.
I just didn't know it existed. I didn't know what was there, and like just seeing it all, it's like, oh wow. So like the excitement really comes from just this all the possibilities that have opened up, and it's unreal to me because I would have never even thought about traveling to Spain, to Portugal, to like, any of that stuff. Like it didn't seem like an option to me. And now it's like, of course I'm going there.
It's so funny, and I love that, like, I'm literally obsessed with watching you share, like, how travel is transformational, and I'm like, thi when we first met, you were like, because you obviously came to the Maldives to come on retreat
Mhm.
with me. That was the first time we met in person
Mhm.
in 2022, and I remember you oh, this is epic. I've got my little
I
ET
see it. Yeah.
bag here. Yeah, like, it was a big deal to you to make that trip, like, a huge, huge deal,
That was
and
the first time I've ever flown into a country by myself, a different country, and the transformation I received just from getting on that plane and landing in 2 other countries that I'd never even heard of, much less thought I
yes.
would be there, right? Yeah, huge
Wow.
transformation. Sorry, I
And
didn't mean
this
to
is
interrupt,
what I
but
love so much about it. You've heard me say this a million times, so I know that you know this, but, like, one of the most profound things for me, and this is quite funny actually, because what you were just saying about traveling outside of the US obviously is I've been coming to the US again for the first time since 2018, I think, or 2019, I don't remember. 2018, 2019, somewhere in there, I'm not sure. I think it might have been 2019. So it's, like, nearly 5 years that I
mm,
had not been in the US, which, like, you didn't know me then before, and what's so wild about that to me is that I was in the US every 6 to 8 weeks before that, and so to not have gone, and what was funny is a bit like when I said to you, "I feel like we're gonna see a lot more of each other this year." I couldn't explain it, I just felt it. When I left the US that time, which was October, I think it was 2019, I was with Shayna, she would be able to tell me. I think it is 2019. I was like, "I don't feel like I'm coming back to the US for a really long time." I
mm,
said, "I don't feel like I'm ever coming back to the US." I said, "I've got this weird feeling that I'm never coming back." And she was like, "Please don't say that." And I was like, "Well, that's fine. You can come and see me and like we can go other places." I was like, I that was not a desire of mine to say I never want to go back, but I just felt like I wasn't coming back. And then it changed from like never to like not for a really long time. And
mm,
then of course we had lockdowns, travel restrictions, and it was like, wow, I had no idea that's what was coming, but I could
mhm,
just feel it. And it was so challenging for me because in that time where there were travel restrictions, like it's funny, and I always censor myself a little bit around this, which is interesting because I know that for so many people, they wish they could travel more, which is another reason why
mhm,
I get so excited about this platform. And like, I know that some people count it out because they're like, well, I haven't been out abroad for ages and I can't really afford to travel. So therefore, it's not for me. And it's like, this is exactly where it probably is for you.
yes,
And when I when we were in that period where we couldn't travel, being plugged into a community of travel lovers was like, I'm not exaggerating when I say that was sanity saving for me.
mm,
Like, I need to be around other people who, like, it makes sense when I say I was up till 2 a.m. in the morning looking at a trip that I may or may not be taking. It's like I want to bring the trip together in my mind and in the apps and cost it all out in a spreadsheet and do all those things. But what I really love about what we have here is that the kind of person who's like experimenting and expanding into more travel, they get to travel like that without having to be like the way I am. Right? The life experiences, the club, like what I found with that Bahamas property. It's like it makes travel so easy. And I think this is one of the things like Louisa has been sharing is like this trip she wanted to take to Hawaii was such a huge piece for her because she felt like there's so many moving parts and there's so much to consider. And it's like, it's multi-generation, right? It's her parents, and it's her children, and she's responsible for bringing it all to life. And so it felt like something that she thought she was going to need a travel agent for, and a specialist one at that. And so for her to be able to go into the platform, find all of those pieces so easy and book it without ever having been there before is like, wow, this is really changing what's possible for people. And that is so flipping cool. So
and I think we have a similar story about that with our trip now that we're coming to see you. Which, the first part of our trip is just about our family. We're going to an NFL game because we're huge football fans. And the AI trip planner part has been so beneficial because we just plug in the dates when we're going to be there. We look at the activities that are around the area. We've never been there. We don't know where the train stations are. Like, it literally gives you the time that you need to leave this activity to be to the train that you've booked. And then it's all under one umbrella. Yeah, it's so amazing.
So good. And this is what I love. I really do feel like it is making travel, and again, this is something I hadn't really cottoned on to until recently, how accessible it is making travel for people. Trips that used to feel like bucket lists, not just because they were necessarily expensive, but because it was such a big project to plan it and bring it to life, is now like doable at the click of a button. And that is like, ooh.
Well, and even like, and I know Google is there, but like if you haven't booked any of this stuff, like the overwhelm that you can feel about thinking about that, like even what airport should I fly into?
Yes.
Like even all of that stuff was so like, of course I have to get a travel agent because I don't have any idea of any of this stuff. And it's like, you don't really need it.
No. Oh my goodness, honestly. That is so amazing. I remember that about especially some of the parts of the US that I used to travel to for events and retreats and different things. If it was somewhere that I hadn't been many times before, I would be like, where is this? Like, and like they would talk about places that sound really familiar I'd never heard of. And I'm like, I don't know where this airport is. And it looks like it's in the middle of nowhere. And how do I get from the airport to the place if I'm not driving a car? It was like so many pieces. And the idea that now is I'll never have to think of that again.
Yeah.
And that is amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
One other thing, I just wanted to bring one other thing up that I've noticed that I've been using a lot lately, and it seems so minute and little, but like literally just to heart the experiences or activities. So like that's how I've booked our whole activities in Europe, which I'm doing, which normally I would never do that because it's so fun in this application, honestly. But like I'll go to the activity and I'll just put a heart on it, and then it puts it in your wish list. And so like I put like 10 different things for the 2 days that we're in London. And it's like, then they're just right in this perfect little list. I show it to Trent and I show it to Kate, and I'm like, what one of these do we want to do? And then just take the heart off the ones we don't want to do. And then you just book it right there. Like it makes it so easy. Whereas before I was maybe using Chat GPT. I had no place. I had to put it in a Google Doc or save it here, or do this or that. And it's just like, that seems so minuscule, but it's helping us so much in planning our trip. Yeah.
This is the thing. And like, I even know, right, as somebody who works in travel, I have to be in the headspace to do a quote for a client. I have to be like, okay, I need my desk clear. I need to be ready. I need all the things ready to go. I can't just like slap in, snap out. And if I get torn away from it partway through and I'm not complete, it's like, how am I ever going to remember what I've checked, what I haven't, what stones I've turned, and where I need to be now? So like, even for me, I get that feeling, and I'm somebody who enjoys doing that. So to know, like, I haven't even used that wish list feature. So that's something, again, I'm like, oh, it's something else I haven't looked at. So, okay. All right, let's show, shall we? Let's put this on here and let's bring it up. Does it do it here? Yes, it's, oh, that's too, I want it bigger. Let me make it bigger. I don't actually
There
need
it
to
is.
be. Oh, there we are. And we're on there too. That's fun.
Yay!
Woo. Is it better like this or like that? I think it's better like
I think
that.
so
Okay.
too.
Cool. Okay. So I am in the site. I'm just going to move it here. So, well, you can't see me moving it, but so I can still see us. This, for those of you who are watching who have never seen this before, this is what we are obsessed with. This is Travel Advantage. And my goodness, I don't even know where to begin to talk about how much I love this platform. You've kind of heard a bit of a preview. And I love showing it to people because, and it's kind of funny to me because usually when we show it to people, I show it on Zoom. And so I can see people's reactions or I can see people typing in and stuff. So it's really funny to be showing it like on a live stream that the majority of people are going to watch later. And like, now I'm like, oh, what do they think? So how to portray how this works. It works in so many ways. As you can see, we have all the options. I feel like these two are part of my family now as well, by the way. I feel like we need them on a meet and greet at some point because I see their faces more than I see my husband's. We have everything. So like as a member of this travel platform, you can book absolutely anything you want. Like if you're a cruise fan, we have amazing, I'll just click on it and show you so you get an idea. The cruise lines that we have, like all big names. These are not like, you know, dodgy cruise ships or leftover seats. These are all the main cruise lines. Disney Cruise Line, we've got MSC, Royal Caribbean. These are the big ones that we're all asked for. And it's updating and improving all the time. We actually just had a major update to this platform just last week, which is cool.
Yeah.
We have an amazing hotel booking platform. Like maybe I should just start here. So, since I got the notification that Finn's passport is approved. So, you know, I've got like, come on. We might be planning a little rendezvous back to Orlando. So let's just have a little look and see what we find. I am going to go let's go Universal Orlando because, you know, and I'm going to put in the prospective dates, just a random bunch of dates that, you know, may or may not happen. Both of the children will be coming with us and my husband. So 4 of us in our room. Now, it's worth mentioning here that actually, if you're making a booking and you had lots of people, or maybe you're somebody who wants to host a retreat or a family big trip, you can actually add up to 5 rooms on one booking. So you can stay the combos of people and you can do that all on up to one on each booking, which is absolutely incredible to have 5 rooms. That is incredible. So let's hit search. And what happens is it's going to take a minute. Watch it do. I bet it does this thing now, DeDe. I was telling you about.
It's not going to.
It's not.
I just have to say hi to my mom. She's watching on Facebook.
Hi, DeDe's mom. I feel like I know DeDe's mom. That's so funny. So this, what I love so much about this is it is searching through the database of hotels. Now, one of the big questions I get all the time is, does it have blah, blah, blah hotel? And it's like, in short, the answer is if you can book it on some site like booking.com, Expedia, wherever you might go and book, you can book it on here. So also, we're in US dollars right now. It's like, you know, we had a conversation about this earlier, but you can change your currency to literally, I mean, there are currencies on here. I don't even know what they are, but you can pick your home currency and the prices will display in that. Now I'm going to leave it in US dollars because I know I have lots of people all over the world who might be looking and I'm happy. I'm fluent in US dollars. It's fine with me. So we can have a look here. You get the idea. So it has blinking done it. Look, 3-4%.
I know. I saw. I was like, just waiting for you to say it.
I took this up. Right. Let's refresh that search. This is a funny little, I don't want to call it a glitch. It's like a little game we play.
Yeah, exactly.
This site has started doing, which is every so often, all the discounts will show as 3 or 4%. And for some reason, it always happens when there we go. That's better. It always happens when I'm trying to demonstrate it live for people. So let's come down here. So you can see we've got a universal. Actually, we stayed here together in February, didn't we?
Yes.
So that one has a 16% discount, which is actually very good, like a nearly $1,000 discount for a 7-night stay there. They're quite hard to find. Mm-hmm. Now, this price at the top, this is one of the things I was struggling with the other memberships, where they would say regular price, public price, non-member price, all those different things. This price was always massively overinflated. And if I went elsewhere online, I couldn't find it. Whereas if I go to booking.com now, I'm going to find this exact price on their website for this room, because this is pulling from live software on booking.com so that we know what we're comparing it to. So let's have a look. So that's a really, really nice one, but maybe I don't want to spend that much. Maybe I'm like, I want to go on a budget. What can I get? You can see we've got hotels starting at 47% discount, and the whole first page is going to be like 30 plus, because look, we're down to 20%, but we actually stayed here just 2 weeks ago. Embarrassing to say out loud. But you can see we've got loads and loads of discounts, loads of places to choose from. So if we go to the top, we're going to see the biggest discount first. That's where I'm on, biggest percent savings. That was, or it is, 1246 on booking.com. It is saving us $576. So it's $670. 4 Points by Sheraton. It's like an icon for those of you who know the area. Like, you see it and you're like, I'm here. I've made it. It's home base. Let's have a look at somewhere else. Tell us, where should we look? Oh, should we look for, where should we look for? Let's look for something a bit more.
Gosh, you're putting me on the spot now.
I know. I'm like, what can I look for that I don't normally look for? I'm trying to think of something that's not what I always look for. So let's. Oh, were you going to say something?
Well, I was going to say Jamaica, but we've already looked at that one too, because we were there together too.
Well, we can have a look. Let's have a look. Like, at least we know. We might know some of the.
She loved your accent.
Oh, I love that. Well, I'm glad that it's enjoyable for you. I don't think DeDe felt like that when she first met me. So
it is so funny. Like, literally, my sister and I used to talk. She's like, have you seen this movie? I'm like, are there British accents? Because I don't watch movies with British accents. And now, like, that's all I ever hear. I'm surrounded by British accents, and I love it.
Oh, well, you're welcome. Oh my goodness. Oh, look, we're going back to Negril. There we go. Okay, so Ayurveda Resort. I actually was looking at this one. That is wild. 58%. Wow. Silver Seas.
Amazing.
Ocho Rios. Kingston. I'm just looking to see if we've got anything that was around where we were. Pineapple Court Hotel. So we've got everything at all budgets. This is one of the things that people say to me is like, is it only luxury things? It's like, no, I just happen to like luxury things. That's why I show a lot. But you can see we've got all price points covered and massive, massive discounts. So Montego Bay Club Beach Resort, it doesn't have very good reviews, but I felt like I read good things about that before. All-inclusive resorts, all the things you can think of. So, and you can see we get all these discounts. Now, the cool thing is, not only do we get discounts, let's come back up to the top, but when you make a booking, you also earn these travel credits. So if you see these two pots at the top, we've got loyalty points on the left, which I get given every month just for being a member. And then I've got travel credits on the right. Now, these travel credits, this pot, each one is worth like 1 cent in US dollars. So this is worth like nearly $30. But this pot, each one of these is worth $1 US. So that's worth nearly 4,000. I feel very fancy when I show that. I'm like, look at my pot of points. So that's worth nearly $4,000. So this I can use up for helping to discount my travel later. Now, what's really cool about it is let's choose this. And is it going to share this tab instead? There we go. Okay. Woo. Yeah, we popped across. So what happens is when we go in, it gives us more detail about all the things. And now it's just searching for live availability on the actual rooms that we can choose from. And then I can make my selection and I'll show you how it works. So here we go. So I can choose room only. And again, if I'm like, it's a bit like you would use booking.com. If I want a refundable rate, I'm most likely going to pay a bit more for it, but I have that option. Now I get to choose my preferred rate, whatever it is. Let's say I'm happy with the non-refundable. I just want the cheapest rate. I select that and then I go to book now. Now this is cool. It's telling me what this is called on other booking sites. So that if I'm like, is this the same? It's called something else. I can match it up. So now when I get to checkout, which is the final stage, it's telling me in big letters, like I've earned 719 travel credits. Now you can save that pot up. It never expires, or you can redeem it on every booking. So if we come down here to pay for it, you can see here, I can redeem loyalty points. So it's letting me spend up to 48 loyalty points, which is $48. And I can redeem my travel credits if I want to, which would take off $29.37. Now, if I had enough travel credits in that pot, I could take off the entire balance of the booking. And if I'm a crypto person, I can even pay using crypto. So, which is super cool. I
Oh,
don't know
wow.
any other travel
Super
site
cool. I
doing that.
haven't seen that actually in play
Yeah,
yet. Mhm.
so cool. So this travel credits thing I just use. This is why I'm thinking of going back to Orlando. So if I come up into my account quickly and I come into my reservations, can see that I just came back from Orlando. Now it's in pounds here. My reservation was £747, which is honestly like actually an unbelievable price we got for 7 nights at a brand new hotel, Universal's Terra Luna. And I applied nearly 100,000 travel credits because that in dollars is about $1,000. And my checkout balance was 0. So I paid absolutely nothing for 7 nights I'm showing you the wrong screen. Hold on. Share this tab instead. There you go.
There we go.
My reservation was 747. I applied all these travel credits and then the final price was 0. And I still earned more travel credits.
Mhm.
So good. So this is so amazing. And then what's even better is, let's say I look for this hotel and on booking.com it's a bit cheaper or wherever. If I take screenshots and send it to customer support, they will give me 150% of the difference as travel credits so that I can spend them later. So that is so cool. So let's have a look at the AI trip planner because you were mentioning that.
Yes.
Okay. So let's put in, actually, I'm going to put in Istanbul because I'm going to Istanbul as well.
Ooh.
I've never been before, so I'm quite excited.
You've been
It's
to
going to be,
Turkey though, just not Istanbul?
I've been to Turkey. I've been to a couple of different parts of Turkey, but only like beach resorts. I've not been to any
Mhm.
cities that are inland. So I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be cool. We have an event there for our travel company, but actually, let's put 27th. So 24th, 27th. And let's say that I'm going with friends because I actually am. And then let's say we've got a medium budget. And then it's going to ask me what kind of things I want to do. So maybe I want to do a sightseeing coffee cruise. That sounds like me.
Yes, for sure. You're a coffee snob.
Ooh, love that. Historical tours, city tours, and small group. Like we have to choose at least 5. So that will do. And then what it does now is it basically pulls together from our entire platform all the different ways that it can form its itinerary. So it's going to give us hotels to choose from, information about the area, but it's also going to do something clever with flights, which I will show you. And it's going to give me the itinerary that you were mentioning earlier, Didi.
Mhm.
Oh, that's over a big span. So look at that.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, so I literally know nothing about Istanbul, so this would actually be super helpful for me. It is still searching the hotels, so we'll come back to that in just a minute. It's doing exactly what it was doing when we were looking on the hotels page. There we go. And you can see our first, wow, look at that, 60%.
Wow.
Amazing reviews. I actually haven't booked my hotel yet for this trip,
Yeah.
so wow, that's amazing. I'll be coming back to look at that. We can scroll through, see what it's suggesting, and basically again it's coming up in like the biggest discount first. And then if I wanted to book my flight, I think this is so clever. So when we have what's happened? That's weird. Is everything looking normal to you?
Yeah, it's on the booking the flight page, yeah.
Okay, cool. It's gone a weird layout to me, but that's okay. So what it does is, again, in Istanbul, there are multiple airports, but what it does from the AI trip planner, based on the hotels we're looking at and the activities and the location, it puts in automatically the best airport for you to fly into, how many people, the date. So all I have to do is type in where I'm flying from, and then I can search the flights, which is so good. And on flights, one of the things that I love the most that I hadn't actually clocked until we just came back from this trip and started looking at another one is that even though I have like tons of air miles, I pay loads of taxes on flights. And so if I was to save my travel credits up again, like I did before, instead of using it for a hotel, I'm probably going to get more value using them to pay for flights, because then I'm not going to pay the taxes either. So this is my plan now. That's my master plan for what I'm doing next. So, okay. So back to here. Now we have this itinerary thing for Istanbul. We've got 4 days. It's given us little titles for each day. And then like DeDe mentioned, it has it's coming up on the map. You can see the different places. They look happy. Look. Oh, sold.
Great marketing.
And so what it does is it gives you the idea. It tells you the price. If I want to book it, I can just click it, open in a new window, and I can book it. I will earn travel credits on it. And then, like DeDe mentioned, it's going to tell me this is 9 till 12. And then if I want to do the Istanbul Sunset Cruise, then it's going to be 21 minutes on public transport or an hour walk to get to where I'm going on this luxury yacht. I actually do want to go on that. That sounds kind of cool.
That does sound good.
So that's how it does it. And the cool thing is it's not like buying a package, right? You don't have to say, oh, well, this is what it's given me. I don't like that. So you could just pick the bits you want and book those bits and leave the rest. So
if you just click on one of those, that's where you can go and just click the wish list. So if you want to just add it, which is what I've done, and then you just click that heart, and then it's in the top right-hand corner, wish list, and it'll show up. So you'll have to go to activities.
Oh, that's so cool.
How amazing is that? Like, honestly.
Well, I'll show you what I'm about to do. Actually, we haven't discussed this yet. Let's go to life experiences because these life experiences are like the kind of pulse of what Travel Advantage is about. And this is where the the loyalty points really kick in. This one, Rio Carnival, I so have my eye on. And I am like, I've always thought like, oh, it'd be so fun to be in Rio over Carnival. So what you can do, which is really cool, that is totally going in my wish list. Yeah. I love this now. This is what I'm going to be doing for the rest of today. I'm like, oh, wish list. What you can do is the price for the Rio or any life experience, you can choose. So let's say that DeDe and I were like, let's do it together. What I can do is if I say I'm going to share, I can book that. And then let's say I'm going through to book it. The price for me is $699, but I can apply up to 300 loyalty points, which takes my cost down to $399. And let's say DeDe and I were going to share, I could check twin beds. And then what happens is when I confirm my booking, it gives me what they call a shared booking code. And then I can give that to you. And then you come in here and book your part of it. And it means that we're both getting that great deal on that rate. But if we don't want to share a room, if you want private, you can change the rate so that you just do it on a private basis, which I think is just so cool. So
very much.
This is on my radar super high. So, but yes, taking that from $699 down to like $399 is like, Same. I want to do this.
Yeah. Like who would have ever thought that you could go to Rio for $400? Now, granted, you still need your flight there and that makes sense, but it's just like, I would just never in my wildest dreams would I think that I would be able to do that.
No.
Before seeing this platform.
Exactly. It's so good. And usually it has, like, it will tell you here what's included. So this one includes breakfast every day, which is great. 4 nights at the hotel and is superior rooms, which is really nice. So this is like I said, this is on my radar. I've got so many things that are on my radar right now. I'm like, I have to juggle. That's why I said to you earlier, I need a map.
Yes.
And you were like, what? A map for what? I was like, oh, just an overview of like what I'm doing and when. So, Okay, let's show the club because this has really had me like, this blew my mind.
Well, I did want to bring up too, like this club is so amazing. Like if you're thinking to yourself, I want to go somewhere, I'm just not really sure where I want to go, but I really want like an affordable place. I think this is the perfect spot to come to and look at what's out here.
I agree. Now, here's where the club is not ideal. If you are like super restricted on dates and you have a specific hotel in mind, go to the hotels platform. But if you are like, I'm open, I could travel anytime in the next like 4 weeks or whatever, you put your check-in date, you put your day flexibility, and then you choose your region of the world. And then we hit search. Now, what happens, I actually will bring up booking.com to show what I'm going to show because I still can't believe this is real.
Yeah.
So it blows my mind. I feel like I check this 3 times a day to just check it's still there, that it's really real, because I cannot believe this is possible.
It's in my wish list too, by the way.
Is it? It's going in mine as well because I'm spending a lot of time coming back to here, so I should put it in mine. So I've never been to the Bahamas. I am fortunate. I've been to there we go, straight in the wish list. I have been to lots of places in the Caribbean. I've never been to the Bahamas. This is a 4-star hotel, the Marlin at Taino Beach. And this price, it looks so nice.
Wait, I don't see the page where you click the wish list. Are you sharing the right page?
Sorry.
Okay, it's okay.
Thank
There we go.
you.
Perfect.
Thank you. Glad I'm not doing this on my own, or I wouldn't have told you. Yeah. So wish list. And then yeah, here's all the info of the hotel. So we can click through, we can see pictures of the hotel, we can get a bit of an idea of like, what we're looking at, what we're working with, and whether it looks like something we'd like to go and experience. And then down here we've got the prices. So we're a family of 4. And like I said, we're like, oh, we could go to like Orlando for a little bit. Blah, blah, blah. And then I'm like, well, the Bahamas is not that far from Florida. I could fly there off the back or at the beginning. And so 10th to 17th of October, look at this, 1 bedroom, sleeps 4. Perfect. $567 for 7 nights in a 4-star hotel in the Bahamas. This is incredible. Now, what's even better is this column is, if I select this, you'll see this is how many loyalty points I can apply, 228. That's worth $228. So that brings the price down for 7 nights in a 4-star hotel in the Bahamas to $339 for all 4 of us. That is $49 per night.
Yeah.
That is like, I honestly didn't even think, I thought prices like that on hotels that weren't like, in places that you're risking your life. I thought those days were gone. So I'm just typing it in. I'm going to bring you over to booking.com so you can see my screen here. Now, here we go. I haven't looked at this. This is live. I've literally just typed it in. 10th to 17th, the same. 2 adults, 2 children, 1 room. And I'm going to put it in. I'm a genius level 3 as well. There we go. $4,015. This feels like, this is why I call this travel magic. This literally feels like travel magic. And what's interesting about this as well is that this is actually forcing me to have 2 rooms. So you can see if I chose a queen studio or a queen studio with spa bath for each, like, we have to split across 2 rooms. One is under 2,000, one's just over 2,000, $4,000. Even if I took 2 rooms from Travel Advantage, it's still going to be under $1,000.
Wow.
It's bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. Okay, let's come off screen share because I feel, unless there's anything else you think we should show.
Well, the only other thing, and I don't know how much you've played with it, but it's really cool too, is that Smart Finder. So like if you're looking for a trip where you have a specific place that you want to go, a specific hotel area, you can put in like up to, 3 hotels here and dates, and it will find the best time for you to go at the cheapest rate. I thought this was amazing. I don't know if you want to show it.
So cool. Yeah. Well, let's put in, of course, I've got Universal Studios on the brain. So I'm going to put in Portofino Bay, and I'm going to put in a couple of Universal ones. You can see my last search was for the same thing. Let's see if we've got it here. Universal Portofino Bay. There we go. Universal Hard Rock. Let's see. There we go. And then let's have Universal Royal Pacific. Do you know why I've picked these 3?
No idea why.
Because these are the only 3 that give you express passes when you stay there.
Oh, I was thinking the boat, the Hard Rock and the Portofino.
Same. But yes, that's so funny. I'm like, oh, well. So I'm wanting to go dates of flexibility, let's say 13th to the 25th. And we want to stay for 6 nights. And I like literally whatever, all the days. So 2 adults, 2 children, right? Same. I'm literally putting in my details. And then we go. And what it's doing is exactly what you just outlined, which is it's searching now. I've not given it very much to play with, so it's not going to be very exciting capacity. But yeah, look, so it's showing me this one's full on those dates. This one has this, and this is the best price. And so let's say that I gave it like the whole of October to play with. Then what it's going to do, and actually that would have been a much better demonstration to give you. Let's just tick back a bit and give you a bit more. Can I edit that one?
I
don't know if I can.
Think so. Maybe try it. If you select it. No, that just selects the hotel.
Refresh it, but okay, that's okay. Well, let's go back, and then you don't have to search 3. You can search 1. So let's just put in 1. Oh,
well, What was that word?
What is happening? Portofino Bay. There we go. And I could have put Universal on. It would have narrowed my searches down, but I'm just happy with the scroll over here. So, all right. So let's just go with that hotel. And let's say that we are happy to go anytime in October and we want to go for 4 nights. And we would prefer Wednesday to Sunday. Actually, let's say Monday to Friday, because I know that weekends are expensive in these
Yeah.
hotels. So, and I love how I'm so committed to putting my exact children's ages in,
Yeah.
even though these aren't things. This isn't a stay we're going to book. This is how I am. Oh my goodness. So, okay, so we're searching through, and then it's going to give me, like I said, the best price for a 4-night stay in that entire time period. So there we go. 20. That surprised me.
Wow.
That's up to Halloween.
Oh, yeah.
With Halloween Horror Nights on. That's really interesting. That's a good price.
Yeah, it is.
Here we go.
Yes. Yes, we know what we're doing in October.
I'm like, you're going to come to London. No, let's scrap that plan. I'll meet you in Orlando.
Okay, so this is Monday through October 27th through what?
Yeah, 27th through 31st.
Okay, yeah. So Monday through Friday. Okay.
Monday to Friday. Yes, that was the preferred day. So yeah, so this is, I love this Smart Saver. I think it's the Smart Finder. I always call it Smart Saver. Smart
It's the same thing. Yeah.
Is its official name. So yeah,
I've
I'm
even
glad
gone out because Trent and I like to travel January, February, March because those are the coldest months here. So I've even gone like a 3-month time span. So then it can find, the cheapest rate anytime. Cause it's like, I don't care when we go let's just find the best deal. So
yeah,
it just makes it so affordable and easy for people to find travel deals.
It's so good. It's so good. Well, that was fun to share it a little
Super
bit.
fun. I loved it. Yeah.
And I would love to say, like, anybody who watches this, like, if you are like, wow, I want to see that, and maybe you've got a trip in mind, or maybe you haven't got a trip in mind, but you'd like to have one in mind, then feel free to reach out to either of us and just say, hey, I watched that video and like, tell me more. Because we have like some other videos we can send you if you want to see all the ins and outs. And DeDe mentioned, actually, you mentioned right at the beginning, like how it works is you pay a monthly member's fee. And then they give you every dollar you spend on your membership, they give you back in loyalty points. And you also have the option to add on what they call a turbo, which is like, we both have turbo because we're like, of course. And then what happens is every month, whatever you pay for your membership, they give you double in loyalty points, which is how I've actually ended up with so many. So that is so cool. And then after 12 months, what they do is they unlock that loyalty points pot so that you can spend them all through the year on the things we showed. But after 12 months, they say, like, thank you for being a member. Now go and choose any life experience that's available, and you can pay for it in full with loyalty points, not just the 50% off or whatever it is, but you can pay for it in full, and you can actually pay for 2 people using your loyalty points. So for me, like now, when I talk to people who like to travel or would like to travel, I'm like, the worst thing that's going to happen is you're going to have a trip already paid for a year from now. And then, like you mentioned at the beginning, if you have friends who love to travel and you share it with them, once you have referred 3 friends, the company then pay your monthly membership fee for you as a thank you. And then if they start introducing people, or you are like, we are, and we can't stop talking and thinking about it, literally, we've been on a call for an hour earlier, we've been on another call now. Then if you continue to share it with people, they continue to pay you. And you can actually there really truly is the option to establish an incredible income here if that's something that would appeal to you. And like, we should talk about that a little bit, because you and I both kind of came in a similar way around that. Like, when I came in, I didn't really care if I was going to get paid or not. I just wanted somewhere that I could trust, that I could say, go here, because this is where you're going to be able to do what you're asking me for. The fact that I now get paid for it, and like, it's like the best circle and spiral of amazingness that I could have designed. So,
Absolutely.
But you were the same, right? When you came in, you were like, well, I just would like to get my account paid for.
Yeah. And honestly, to tell you the truth, because Trent and I did it together, right? We both signed up. It's like, even if we just got one of them paid for, would be amazing. But he is, coming up to retiring at his job at the end of December. And so we were discussing, we're like, maybe you should make a go of this. Like, let's really do this. So then the focus was just on him. And it was like, but then as I was looking, I'm like, no, this is something I want to do. This is something that I'm completely excited about. So like, we're both going to do this. And just because it's that much fun and exciting, not even,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's
It's so
crazy.
good. So good.
Yeah.
And what I really like as well is that I don't know if you know this or not, but when they pay you to say thank you for referring people, they put it in this little commission pot, right? And then if you don't take that money out, they will pay your monthly membership next month out of that pot, which is great. That's how it works. They call it auto financing. So it's
Mhm.
like got a proper term, but like I'm like, nobody in the world is going to know what that means. So, but that's what it means. And but beyond that, if you start to like build more money in there every month than just the membership fee, you can either take that out into your bank account or you can actually turn that into travel credits and use it to
Mhm.
pay for travel. And that's what I ended up doing for our hotel stay. Was I was a little bit short on the travel credits, and I was like, oh, I really would love to pay for this in full with travel credits. I could have just discounted it and paid the balance for my bank card, but I was like, or crypto if I was so inclined.
Yeah.
But I really wanted to pay for it in full with travel credits because I knew that was going to feel so good. So I had that money sitting in that commission pot. So I just transferred it into travel credits and then was able to check out and pay for it in full. So, so
Well, and I
good.
love that too because, so many people they they can probably afford to travel every year, right?
Yeah.
But for whatever reason they don't save that money
Yeah.
because they're not, other things come up or they're, going out to the bar, doing whatever they do,
Yeah.
right? Like that's what we've all done in our lives. And this is just a way that guarantees you to be able to have that travel,
Yeah.
that vacation for the end of the year or whatever. So,
Definitely.
yeah,
And one
and
of
that
the things I love about that is that, like, somebody said to me, like, well, couldn't I just put that membership money in a like pot? Because, like, I don't know if it's the same in the US, but in the UK, lots of our banks give you these like sub pots in your bank.
yeah,
And
I don't
so
know. You showed me that in Jamaica. I was just like, yeah, I don't know anybody that does it like that here, but yeah.
I love it. It's so
Yeah.
cool. So I can like set auto things so that if everything I pay, there's a little top up goes into this pot. I have one obviously called Orlando. And every time I pay for anything, it tops it up. No matter even if it's a penny, it tops it all the way up to the pound and it just puts it in the Orlando fund. And it's really fun to do it like that. But and also I could set up a payment every month for the same amount I pay for my membership and it could go in there. So after 12 months, I could just use that. But what I know is like if I need a new tire or anything happens, an unexpected bill of any kind that I haven't really budgeted for, that pot is getting raided for that.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
it just happened yesterday actually. I was like, oh, I needed to renew this thing and I was like, oh, I'll just transfer money out of a pot. And I was like, oh, which pot? And I'm like, I don't want to take it out of any of the pots, but I'm taking
Right.
out the Orlando pot because I'm just back. Whereas if I turn it into loyalty points, I can't touch it. It's
Mhm.
secured. So it means that that future trip is already guaranteed, which,
Yeah.
is so like for me, I need that. I need to know
Mhm.
that no matter what happens, like the trip is in the bag. I need
Mhm.
that. So good.
And and I think that's the part that excites me so much about this is like being a life coach and understanding what travel does in your transformation and is just realizing that that does need to be a top priority in most people's lives and we
Yeah.
don't make it that, right? It's so easy for that to be our least, on our priority list and it's so
So
crazy like yeah, we definitely need that at the top and this way you can't not get a vacation every
mm.
year, so
Literally. You'd have to be
yeah.
trying really hard. You'd have to be literally like, "No, I refuse. I refuse to go."
Yeah. And I do just wanna say, like and I know you did the same thing, but with Trent and I both signing up for the turbo to double our points, like, at the end of the year, because it's
Mm.
at the end of the year when you can use 100% of your loyalty points. We can use them bits and pieces as we go along throughout the year, but if we don't use those for this whole first year, we're gonna have $6,000.
So crazy.
$6,000 to use for travel at the end of this year.
Yeah.
And we've made 3 payments between the 2 of us. It
Wow.
took me 2 months to get my membership auto financed. It took Trent 1 month to be auto financed. So we paid in 3 months worth, and we're gonna have $6,000 at the end of the year. And
Oh
I mean,
my gosh.
it's unbelievable.
That really is like, it's so funny, isn't it? Because I know that this is how it works, but like when you say it like that, like, and you're actually, it's funny because you're telling me this, and I'm like, wow, we're in the same boat
Yeah.
because it's because I never log into Chris's account. I forget it's there. So
Mm.
so what happened for me was when I joined, my like vision was straight away like Chris was never going to be like, I was never going to try and show him why he should have an account. I was just like, I'm
Mhm.
getting him an account. So I signed up in April. I had 2 friends join through my introduction on the first day that I joined. And then I knew exactly like you said, I was like, well, Chris will be my third one because at least then I know mine is paid. And
Mhm.
then we're only paying for one account, but we're building 2 pots of loyalty
Yes.
points that we can use. And so it's so funny that I don't even, because I don't log into his and he doesn't talk to me about it. I forget that his is there. And
Right.
sometimes I log in, I'm like, oh my goodness, we are like travel rich. It's so cool.
Yeah, and you don't even think about it, right? Before, like, I
Literally.
remember back in, the 90s, like, taking the $5 bill and putting in an envelope, after everything. It's like, to try and save money for that, and it's like, you
Yes.
don't have to do that anymore. It's right there for you, and
Yeah.
if you refer 3 people, it's like, you don't even have to pay for it. It's
So
crazy.
wild. And honestly, like, we are trying, we are literally pulling out everything to try and see if we can go back to Orlando in a few weeks' time.
Mhm.
It's gonna be Finn's 10th birthday. And the context is he didn't ride any of the big roller coasters that go upside down. That was the thing. He wanted
Yep.
to, he didn't do it. And now he's decided he wants to do it and he wants to do it on his 10th birthday. So we're like, are we like literally this feels crazy that we were there like 2 weeks. I've been back 2 weeks. My case isn't even fully unpacked yet. And, we're talking now about going back in, what is that? Like less than 3 weeks. That's so ridiculous. Oh my goodness. Anyway, last night when I was up so late because I was looking at all the combos of like how we could stay in the hotels we wanted to stay in. And like I really, really wanted to find that Travel Advantage was not the best. I don't know what
Mhm.
that was last night, but I was like, come on. This like I know I'm like obsessed with it, but like I bet there's a better price out there. And
Mhm.
I honestly could not touch it anywhere. And I like I said, I was up till nearly 2, like really
Yeah.
committed to like, come on, let's find an even better price somewhere you haven't thought of. And I was in all kinds of weird sites that honestly I would never book through. But sometimes,
Sure.
they give you those amazing deals and you think, oh, is it worth a risk?
Mhm.
And literally everything was at least the best price I found was $200 more than the price I had in Travel
Wow.
Advantage. So I couldn't even break it when I was trying to last night, which was a really cool feeling. Like
Right.
I already know how amazing it is, but to know that, like, I don't even need to look anymore if I don't want to. Like, I know whenever people are new, they spend a lot of time going back and forward, like comparing it to
Mhm.
booking.com, checking in. And like now, I trust the platform so much. I know that those live prices match up with what we see everywhere else. And so it's really nice to be able to just like not spend 6 months. Like Chris said to me, I'm not going to talk about like where we're staying until you're probably like at least 3 days into that process. He said, because I know that whatever you say to me, you're going to go around the houses and come back to wherever. So he's like, I don't need to be part of that process. I don't find that
Mhm.
fun. And I'm like, okay. But I'm like, it's not like that anymore
Yeah.
because now I just look and maybe I just wait till the next day to see if the price changes, but I'm not off round looking at all the different ways I could book it now. It's just easy. It's
Yeah.
easy.
It's so amazing. Yeah. So
Amazing.
amazing. Yeah.
Wow. Oh, I've loved that we did this. This is so
This was
fun. My
so
goodness.
good. And look,
I
we're
feel
we're under an hour.
wow, check us out. This is amazing.
We can't even get to
I
a regular
feel like
conversation under an hour, much less showing off a platform.
I definitely want to do more of this. Like, I feel
Yeah.
like we can, like, because again, like each week, what's happening is we find something like you just showed me about Wishlist. I haven't even I've
Mhm.
seen those hearts there. I know that Wishlist was there, but I hadn't looked at it. That
Yep.
I found, I don't know if I told you this or not yet. This won't I know this is not our language, but I know this is some people's language. I found in the lifestyle mall, which I didn't even show, Chanel handbags.
Oh,
Chanel
wow.
like proper purses in there, 37% discount from
Holy
and their
smokes.
current styles. Like one of my friends who does love Chanel, I sent them to her to say, like, I was like, I don't really know like Chanel's not that kind of site you could just go on and search it up. It's all like a
Right.
whole experience. So I was like, can you look at this and just tell me, like, is this like, yeah, there's a reason they're discounted, or like they're this, or what am I missing? She sent me a picture of one of the exact same. She said, I literally just bought this in the Chanel store like 3 weeks ago. And I'm like, oh my, she's like, what is this magic? And I'm like, oh my goodness. So she was like, I'm interested in this just because of that. And I was like, wow,
Wow.
like this is wow.
Well, I mean,
So
the
yeah.
price of those bags and to save 37%, I mean, that would pay for a lot of monthly membership fees.
It was honestly like what I can't even remember now. It was something like, I won't bring it back up again because
Yeah.
I'll go down a rabbit hole. But
Right.
if anybody's watching and I've opened a loop, feel free to message me. I'll send you the screenshots. I'll show you what they are. But I definitely remember the top one was 37%. It was
Mhm.
thousands. Like it was
Wow.
thousands. So yeah, their
Wow.
prices, and you obviously know then they're legitimate. It's not the
Mhm.
whole buying it in a Chanel store experience,
Yeah.
but and also in our lifestyle mall, you can apply tons of loyalty points. Like there was like $500 of loyalty points I could take off, and you
Wow.
earn travel credits when you buy.
Yeah.
So I'm
I
like, this is making the bag practically free.
Yeah, I did love what Laura had said, the other Laura, on another call where she's, like, talking about Christmas shopping through the
Yeah,
lifestyle mall. It's like, holy smokes, I never even thought
yeah,
about that before. So if you have like, because Trent and I do have so many loyalty points, it's like, yeah, we could easily do that. And
mhm,
then just one other thing I wanted to add too, you had said, and I know you're doing the same thing, is now that Trent and I both have our memberships auto finance, now we're gonna add our son and, like,
yes,
start building under him, and then he has something as well. So it's amazing.
genius.
Like, it's
Yeah. It's
so
so
good.
good. It's so good. And honestly, what I'm finding and why I am so excited is that the more of my friends who start using it, and like we get to talk about it all the time, like the more I am like finding it's so much more rewarding than I even first realized. And I
Mhm,
am knowing now, like from what we just did for 7 nights free in that
mhm.
hotel, then to earn travel credits on top of that, like it just keeps on making travel easier and easier every time I use it. So,
Well,
oh,
and the one other thing, I keep saying this one other thing, the one other thing that I wanna add is, like, when you book a hotel, like, if you are going on vacation with 3 other couples, you can book rooms for them too, as long as you're in that stay and get those same discounts. So, like,
yes, yes,
'cause I know a
yes.
lot of people, wanna travel with their friends, and
Yeah,
5 rooms
five,
total?
up to five.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
So it's like a
incredible.
no-brainer. And for retreats, for coaches, I mean,
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's amazing.
There are a lot of people specifically interested in this for retreats.
Mhm.
And, like, you can book up to 5 rooms in a hotel, you can book villas and, like, private homes, but you can also like, some of the life experiences I've got my eye on one in Portugal next year that would be the perfect foundation for for a retreat built around a life experience.
Mhm.
And so that feels fun. So that's something we're talking about doing in our kind of travel community, is, like, not to make it like a paid retreat, but just
Yeah.
something that us as members get to do together because we have access to it. And
Yep.
then, like, if I'm there, I've got skills I could say, because this one, I don't know if you've seen it in Portugal, but one morning it's got like a surf lesson, and another morning it's got like a yoga class, and another one it's got like a bike tour of the local town. And then in the afternoons, it's all free time around the resort. And I'm like, well, what if like all of us with all of our transformational magic were to get
Mhm.
together and like, you hosted a session, I host a
Mhm.
session, and we just make it like an amazing experience for everybody. That feels
Absolutely.
That's a
So
whole
good.
other thing that I'm like, "Ooh, what's possible here?" So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's so fun.
Oh,
This is why it's hard for us to tell, like, succinctly what this is, because it literally can be whatever, like, however whatever travel is on the radar, it can help you. Like, we
yes.
talked about Louisa's Hawaii trip. She saved over $5,000 on that trip,
Yeah.
and then she was given over $600 worth of travel credits when she came back for all those bookings she made. So, it's wild. Is it Trent?
Yeah.
I get hello, like, I can tell he's there, but I can't see him. How are you doing?
Good. So I was just actually on a live
Ooh.
on in the TikTok world,
Without
just talking
us?
about it. Yeah, I was outside doing yard work, and so I had everything set up, and I'm like, when I'm doing yard work, I'm gonna talk about this. So it really hit me. when I was out there talking about all this. I was like, you know why I said yes? I said yes because I'm tired of going to work each and every day, making somebody else rich, another corporation rich. I said, it's time for me. It's okay for me to say yes for my mind, for my body, for my soul, for my desires, for my dreams, for my hopes. It's okay for me to say yes. And I'm at that
Wow.
point where it's okay for me to say yes. And I'm like, it's okay for everybody else to say yes. It's okay. You can say yes too. Just come over. I will show you a video, no obligation. It is here. It's okay for you to say yes. It's okay for you. And guess what? If that job isn't there for you when you get back, there's a million other ones waiting. You know what? It's there. Take the time because tomorrow's never promised. Tomorrow's never guaranteed. But today, you know what you can do. Go make them dreams with your family. Go make them memories. Fill up your heart and your soul with all of it. Your pocketbook can be empty, but at the end of the day, you are full with so much more. That's all I have to say.
Wow. Wow. My goodness.
Wow, that guy.
Wow. He's
He
like, "I've
came
gotta
in
go."
so excited. So it was, I was like, yeah, well, come on over.
Wow, that was so cool. Tell him
Yeah,
thank you. That was amazing. Wow, 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 wow. Oh,
absolutely.
it's so, and do you know what? This is what he just said is so like this is the whole point. Like we could talk about how cool it is and what the new features are and all of that all day long and how much money it saved and you know, but the reality is, and this is the bit where it like I really get in the feels, is like I keep going back to Louisa's trip. Like Louisa's parents are like in their 80s. Her dad was just
Mhm.
87 yesterday. And like they were fit and able to travel from the UK to Hawaii and have that trip multi-generation. All her children are old enough to remember that trip. In the years to come, they will all have that memory at times when they're like, you know, oh, I wish, you know, I wish so and so
Yeah.
was here. I wish they could see. And it's like, we have that. And I'm speaking to that from like, you know, when I think with my brothers, when I think about my own mum, like the things, the memories that are stand out to us are all the, not like big, wow, this was the moment on the trip, but like the funny things that happened when we traveled together. And
Mhm.
this is why for me, travel is like a non-negotiable. It's not just a nice to have. It is the thing you have when everything else has disintegrated. And so
Absolutely.
it's so, so important. So I love that he just came in and shared
Yeah,
all of that. Oh my gosh. It's like we
so
planned
good.
it. Oh, wow.
So good, so good. Whew,
Well, thank you, Dee Dee. Thank you, thank you,
thank
thank you.
you.
And I'm really curious, like if any of you are watching and you've got all the way to the end, I always do this on an Instagram live as well. I'm like, if you got to the end, just drop a palm tree in the comments because then I know you got to the end. And I'm really curious to know, like, as you heard us talk about it, if you've heard me talk about it, or maybe we don't know each other, but you've been watching through Dee Dee and you heard us talk about it, did you hear it differently to what you thought it was when you saw us talking about it before? Like, is this
Mm,
conversation helping you to like, oh, this is not quite what I thought it was? Like, what I just would love to hear what that perspective is and what that takeaway is. Because
I love that question. Yeah, because it's like when we show up on a just conversation style, it's completely different than what we're trying to post to get people to understand what
yeah,
all it's about. Yeah,
yeah.
amazing.
And I just feel now like the more we can show people how we are actually using it and how it's contributing and adding to our actual lives, that's like all the rest is irrelevant. Like it
Mhm.
doesn't matter. Like we can talk about, yes, the best prices and all of that. It's not even about that. It's about how
Yeah,
easy this gets to be and how much this makes possible and being connected to just such an incredible network and community of other people who feel the same and are helping to spark other ideas. So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it's so
I think
exciting.
I think our next live, we just will break down each little section maybe. They can even be just a little bit shorter, but really dive into, just the one thing, so then
Yes.
it doesn't have to be such a long call either, but we can go into the
Yes,
little
yes, yes,
pieces.
yes. And we can do that, lots of those. And I really would
Yeah.
love to do one where we go through the cruise platform as well, because
Oh,
people
yeah.
always ask me about that and I never have time to show it. So I'm like, oh, that would be fun. So,
Well, my husband would appreciate you doing that for me if it would get me interested in going on a cruise, so
oh, well, maybe we'll all go on a cruise together.
yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Thank you, Dee
Perfect.
Dee. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much. Thank you
Laura.
to Trent. That was so cool. And yeah,
Yes,
we will talk together and plan when we're going to do this next. So maybe you can give people a heads up because I know we were very spontaneous
absolutely.
with this today. And yeah. Oh, I'm again, it's like now it's 7:20 and my mind is now like, I know I'm going off here to go and sit on the sofa and pretend I'm watching whatever they're watching, and really I'm like, ooh, that wish list.
Really, you're
Wish list.
messaging me saying, "Did you see this? Did you see this? Did you see this?"
It's so good
Love
when
it.
I've got a husband who literally is like, sure, great.
Mhm.
Like he that makes it. I don't want to ever sound he doesn't love to travel, because he does, but he's not like me. Like, we're different. I feel like every
Mhm.
relationship has this dynamic. He's the
Mhm.
one who is just happy to tag along, and he doesn't mind where we are. Whereas I'm like, if the view is not right, I'm changing rooms. And
Right.
like, yeah, like for real, multiple
Mhm.
times if I have to. So yeah, it's very cool. So it's so nice that we get to indulge in this together. So
Yes. Love it.
thank
And I
you
just
so
want to
much.
invite anybody that's watching this on my live, please reach out, and I would love to be having this conversation with you, and just so that you can feel the excitement too. Like, I don't, like I said, I don't know what it is, but the excitement in me over this is, I haven't felt this in, I don't know
Wow.
the last time I felt this way, honestly. So
I love this. And
about
that's
something,
the point. Yes,
Yeah.
this is the point. It's like so cool. It's so much more than just about like, people focus so much on like, how much can I save? It's like,
Yeah.
yes, you're going to save money, but like, it's so much more than that. And
Mhm.
hopefully this call has helped to show that. So
I hope so.
thank you, DeDe.
Oh,
I love
love you
you.
so
And
much.
I'll probably speak to you in about 3 minutes. So, all
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.